The duo of Professor Odinkalu and Minister of Aviation Festus Keyamo have advised the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, against contesting the 2027 presidential election. They said it's based on his eligibility. In an article that Professor Odinkalu wrote and published by many Nigerian newspapers, he called it a hostage in the lap of the judges. He opined that Goodluck Jonathan's eligibility will be left at the discretion of judges, and Nigerian judiciary of today cannot be compared to the Nigerian judiciary of 2015 when Goodluck Jonathan was in power. In that article, Prof cited a research made by one of his associates in Ghana that found out that most of the judgments delivered by judges in Ghana in a period of about 20 or 25 years, that they were hardly against the people that appointed them or the government in power at the time, which means that the judgment Goodluck Jonathan got at the time when some people challenged his eligibility to contest the 2015 presidential election, that judgment was in his favor. So it was because he was in power, his influence at the time, that was why the judges delivered in his favor. One wouldn't expect that to happen at this time. So Professor Odinkalu concluded that if Goodluck Jonathan got the ticket of the PDP to contest the presidential election in 2027, it would be a gift to Tinubu and APC. They will wait for the late hour, maybe around 1 week to the election, and suddenly, bam, a court judgment will drop, ordering INEC not to recognize him as a candidate, also making sure that PDP will no longer have a replacement. They won't have a candidate for the 2027 presidential election. This scenario will be a jackpot for Tinubu and APC. It will definitely increase their chances of winning the 2027 presidential election. All they are doing right now is to make sure they secure the South. In 2023 presidential election, he didn't win the South. Peter Obi won the South. This time around, they are doing everything within their powers. They just want to secure the Southwest, the South-South, and the Middle Belt. If they are able to win there, they have effectively won the election. But we all know that they are only planning to rig. It will take an enormous amount of rigging. Even in the Southwest, he's not sure of winning there in a free and fair election that is devoid of vote buying, rigging, and intimidation. So people can now understand why Tinubu declared a state of emergency in Rivers State. It was not about insecurity or anything. It was just to take over the political structure of Rivers State. How can a military man that was imposed on Rivers people as sole administrator conduct local government elections? It doesn't make any sense. And the so-called local government elections that was conducted was won by APC. So you can see what they are doing. They have started the rigging well before the election has started. But this should still not deter Nigerians. It should not discourage Nigerians from trooping out in massive numbers to vote on that day and protect the votes. You must stand your ground. Yes, Nigerians should take this seriously. Instead of always complaining and giving excuses, Nigerians should take their destiny by their own hands. For example, look at what is happening in Indonesia right now. They are protesting and burning down their parliament buildings in many regions. Do you know what happened? It was simply because the government increased the salaries and allowances of parliament members. Can you imagine? And immediately this protest started, their president announced they are cancelling a visit to China to join them in the celebration of the 80th anniversary of the Second World War in order to stay back in their country and monitor events. And not only that, they also cancelled all the allowances they introduced. So you can see, once you tell politicians that you don't like what they are doing, they will quickly reverse it. So imagine if this kind of thing happens in Nigeria regularly. In fact, if it happened only once or twice, many politicians will think twice before doing anything. This is how it should go. So Nigerians must take the election very seriously. Don't give excuses. Make sure you come out that day and vote on election day and defend your vote to the highest point you can go, from ward collation centers to local government collation centers and to the state collation centers. The National Collation Center at Abuja should be led for people around Abuja. That way, Nigerians must have sent the message to politicians that they will no longer allow them to rig their votes. If politicians get this kind of message from Nigerians, they will sit up. All the things you think that are reasonable, that should be done by a reasonable person once he finds himself in power, they will start doing it. But right now, they always do the opposite. When you look at how they prioritize projects, you will say, simple common sense. Why not fix and repair the existing ones before building a new one? They do it because repairing and fixing old ones cost less. So they would like to build a new one that will cost so much money so that they will have the ability to steal. This is very simple. And it's because Nigerians don't react, that's why they continue doing it. You have thousands of roads that are literally unmotorable. Trucks fall on these roads every day, but someone will tell you that they are awarding a new road that leads to nowhere. It's simply because he knows that no one is going to do anything about it. People will just look away. But this is your life they are wasting. This is your destiny. If you are 20 years old today, in 10 years you'll be 30. You're not talking about marriage, you can't even pay for house rent, but your colleagues in foreign countries have started building their lives since they were 20 years old. Some of them now have their own homes. They are just 25. They've started building families, but you're still here. You're 30 or 25, you've not even gotten a job, you are just a fresh school leaver, you can't do anything, you have no future. So all this must stop. Now, let's see the response from former President Goodluck Jonathan to Professor Odinkalu and Festus Keyamo. In a statement posted on his verified Facebook page by his brother, Azibola Robert, he told them, "I don't need your counsel. Dear Festus Keyamo SAN, Odinkalu Prof, I greet both of you. For the records, 3 of us are lawyers. We were all pro-democracy activists in the 90s, and I was a better activist than both of you combined. Rule number 1, do not offer legal advice where none is solicited. GEJ PDP has numerous more cerebral, more experienced SANs at his disposal who give him sound, unblemished professional legal advice. Please note, GEJ is 100% constitutionally and legally qualified to contest. If he chooses to, if he decides not to yield to the overwhelming calls to run, it will not be because he is unqualified. Your unsolicited legal view is not of any concern to him and will never be. Don't waste your precious time dwelling on this. Or should I schedule a meeting so you can properly be educated on the subsisting court judgments on the matter, one of which your party, APC, was a party to?" He now ends it with this line, "This is not a confirmation that GEJ is running though." You see, the mere fact that Goodluck Jonathan has not come out to debunk this and tell people who are clamoring for him to come and contest that, "Hey, I am now on retirement. Please stop disturbing me. Let me mind my business." The mere fact that he hasn't done this means he's really interested in contesting the 2027 presidential election. He's just weighing his options because no one wants to contest and lose. He's weighing that option, that's why he has kept mute. And this his brother has always been defending him. Yes, there are many times he has posted messages defending his right to contest, that is eligible and all that, but they must understand that even after Goodluck Jonathan won in court, after the court decided that he was eligible at the time to contest in 2015, a new amendment was made under Muhammadu Buhari's administration. We covered this extensively in another video. So that new law, no one has tested it, especially Goodluck Jonathan. In fact, that law was like it was targeted at someone like Goodluck Jonathan. You can't take the oath of office more than 2 times, and you cannot stay in power in any executive position more than 8 years. If Goodluck Jonathan contests again and wins, that means he must have spent 9 years as the president of Nigeria. The constitution abhors this, yes. And he must also have taken oath of office 3 times. Yes, he took the first oath after the demise of Yaradua in 2010. He took another one when he won the 2011 presidential election. If he takes another one, that will make it 3 times. The constitution says no one can take more than 2 times. So this is very simple, and the judges that will decide on his matter will jump at it because they will be seen as doing the right thing, interpreting the laws the way it's supposed to be interpreted, not this looking at black and calling it white like they've been doing the past few years. Thanks for watching.